Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Forex Black Box. Another review for another week of Forex. Today is the 15th of May 2020, and today is the last day of the week. I'm just making a quick review early a little bit, so I'm quite busy over the weekend, so also to do it now. Uh, let's just start with disclaimer, guys. Please make sure that you understand Forex is a very high level of business, risky business, very risky business. So make sure that you understand how much you're risking and you can afford this money. Do not take your saving and you just try to gamble with it. Just very important, guys. Level of risk is very high in Forex or any business. Just to make sure that you understand that very well. Quickly, we have a look here at coronavirus going around. As you can see, that US is the biggest country been infected by coronavirus, and we are talking about 86,386 death, 101 million and a half almost infection. UK, of course, is a follower. 33, nearly 34,000 here, death, and 236. You know the number by yourself. I'm not gonna keep going on it. As you can see, the coronavirus kind of accumulated here and big time in US. Russia started showing up a little bit, and other small side country you can see that they started showing here as well. So China, of course, I heard that some news last week about China showing some wave two, second wave of coronavirus. People, like 4 or 5 people infected. They shows new cases. I'm not sure. Please do your own home work about that, just to keep you in the loop of what's going to happen in the future coming up months or two regarding the stock. Quickly looking at Finviz website is showing you the a string of S&P 500. I like to look at S&P 500 on a heat map, as you can see in the daily performance. Then now go to the weekly. Just on Friday, I like to have a look what happened over the week, and you can see just visually, you can see how much is down and up. You can see that meter down here is telling you how much is just visually you can see how much is in red and green. And after that, go to the monthly view and we see how look in the monthly look like. Looks okay, look 50-50, but in my opinion that is going to be a big drop down very soon. Quickly looking at the S&P 500 future contract, you can see that we sideways on the daily. And I'm looking at, let me just clear this away. So what we're looking at here, guys, we have a swing up here. We have one here, two. We couldn't really break to this level here. So in my opinion, this over 50% Fibonacci, and we kind of sided way here, and that's why I'm looking for this move to continue down. In my opinion, that one, two, we look like we did create a wave two, one, two, then we broke here below the third. Then the very next day, which is Friday today, you see that the momentum really low. It could be for two reasons, the Friday, and it could be because of coronavirus, and certainly technical as well. We're looking for a wave two down here. So ultimately, I'm looking for one, two, then three if we really want to go back up again. But definitely, we're looking for some losing momentum. As you can see that we doing a bull flag. You can call it a bull flag at the same time, a bull flag here. But let's see if that's going to be successful breakout and continue up, or is actually going to fall down more. Just have a look on that. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly review uh, the indexes. You see that euro is showing some momentum back up. We have double bottom. We test the 50% of this range, and we look like we're coming back up again to retest the highs. That's a good momentum up for euro and dollar at the same time as well, going up. Euro going showing some momentum for a few days now since the beginning of the week, showing some momentum back up. That's something to do with Brexit, I think, but nothing else really, nothing shiny in euro at this moment. As you can see that euro going up, what happened to pound is coming back down. So one of those two currencies, they always go opposite direction. I'm long with some pound positions, but still I did some short today hedging and I exit out of my hedge, and I'm waiting for next week. Hopefully some news to push pound back up. At least we tested the moving average here. So let's see if that's the case or not. So far went up, coming back down. Looks like a flag for me. It's quite a long flag. What we mean by flag, I'm looking for a breakout, successful breakout higher, retest and continue back up to retest these highs again. That could be possible next week. We will see how that go. Overall, we dropped down, come back up, and as you can see, that we break out of the flag by today. Really slow momentum. I'm looking for something similar to this this way. I'm looking for something similar to it to come back inside. Well, let's see what's next week carry on, what's going to happen, but we'll have to wait for slowing down of this momentum down. So far, we see 1, 2, 3, 4 days at the same level. Just today, we just broke below it. The day is not closed yet, so I'm waiting for confirmation today whether or not we're going to stay down there or actually come back up. Dollar, as you can see, up, showing up momentum. The reason being dollar is taking the safe haven side as yen as well. But the very funny thing about yen itself is kind of sideways, is not really breaking up and coming back down and coming back up. So it's like a sideways for me, and dollar is the same. So what the currency is trending, why I can see that these guys all sideways here, sideways, no breakout except bound actually break out of his range here. See, it's trending. That's just the currency is trending is bound and Aussie because of course the stock was strong. You see Aussie is trending up and Swiss is just doing similar to Euro. I don't know why would you trade Euro Swiss. I will never do put any even a pound on it. In my opinion, I don't like it. So just keep your eye on the pound. What's the pound is going to do here? I'm looking for a second leg, two legs here to continue back up momentum. That's what I'm looking for. I did short and longer is a mixer. I've been keep hedging, but the direction it was looking down for a couple of days ago, and it would hold a little bit here in 2 days, and the breakout today is a Friday. Is like okay, they almost giving up, but let's watch out for this coming up next week, and I'm sure that we'll see some bounce coming up to retest the breakout at least this level. That will be a good opportunity to reshort if that's become a successful retest. 50%, remember 50% is actually close to the 50% here. Retest the breakout, and whether or not we're going to do double bottom, then we'll continue back up, or we will just keep going down. Okay, so CAD, CAD's just like a sideways at the moment. We're still inside this range. It's not really showing any momentum up or down. It's just a flowing oil. And if we still in lockdown, I think oil will lose momentum again, and we will be in the down momentum with even CAD. CAD see that every time come back up here is been rejected, come back up here is been rejected, come up here rejected. So this is quite interesting level to watch for. Aussie showing some losing steam at the moment. We're above the moving average. I think that we're going to break through, retest, and continue back down. In the low time frame, you'll be looking for 50% momentum. Guys, I'm going to call that 50% momentum is a 50% Fibonacci or 50% move, but I'll call it a 50% momentum. The reason being it sees the momentum of going down quickly, and suddenly go back again to retest the 50%, and does give opportunity to the big player to jump in the trade if they miss the first move. That's why it's called 50% momentum. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Ask me questions and uh, grow the channel, support this channel because I'm looking to increase more and more videos in this channel. I'm making courses very soon, and I will start uploading it very soon in the coming months. Uh, let's have a look at yen. As I talked about, yen is sideways. You see that yen is mirroring a dollar. There's no any really spiky momentum like the previous one here, so it's like all sideways. It looks like a bull flag. Sorry, my drawing looks like a bull flag here. We kind of settle ground 1, 2, 3 legs and we'll break above it. So yeah, let's see whether or not this is going to be successful continuation up. If that's so, that will confirm bound keep going down. If you remember my last video, I talked about it. If the dollar showing some momentum up, that's main bound actually will keep going all the way down to the levels. So that's what's happening, and I was short, it was great. At the same time, I'm still thinking long because this level on cable is very, very interesting level. If you go below the 20.20, 120 is very good uh, price to buy. So as soon as it started below the 20, that's where I will start to load more money to the play. And well, let's see how it's going next week. I'm not just putting money because I said so. No, I'll be looking for a level which will be interesting. We'll see how much price action being played in at this level. So that's the second time we're going to retest that level again. Let's see how I'm going to go in cable, especially cable. All right, so quickly I'm looking at S&P 500. I talked about it earlier a little bit. You see that is a bull flag. We have one previous one here, and we had one here. So looks like we losing momentum. We have one, two, and we touched the bottom. We couldn't really continue today. So in my opinion, I think we see that rotation back down. Went down, come back up about 50%, and we look like we're rejecting. So we're looking A, B, C, a zigzag rotation, maybe another A, B, C up, small one, A, B, C down. I think that's what we're looking for now. There is no any a good reason for stock to keep going up. You see that it's told at the 61 Fibonacci. We went down to the 50% as well. We've been rejected, so it's like we're playing between these two levels at the moment. But in my opinion, I think that we will see another leg down before we go any further up, especially if we have a second wave of coronavirus. And that's what everyone waiting. Remember that from the beginning of coronavirus, the coronavirus was out and it was no one paying too much attention to it. And you see that slow momentum and volume as well. You need to watch the volume, and after that we start to see the momentum start increase to the downside. Same thing here with 60%, 50 between 50 and 60%, where is the decision be made, and in every trade, in every pair, in every market. So we see that we made a decision here to go back down, and we have the second leg. So we have one, two, and we start to see third one, and we start to see five wave down to come to at least to 250. That's what I'm looking for. 2.5K. That's where is a good level to start thinking buying if the economy start to go back to normal. Beside that, I'm not putting any money on it. Gold is showing some very nice momentum up, as you can see, taking the other side of safe haven. It started to get back to the correlation between S&P and gold and the stock. You see that nicely coming back down here 50% and coming back strong 1 2 3 days 4 days strong momentum. So basically we had on Monday here, sorry, this one, Monday was just a down day, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a nice rotation back up. Looks good. I'm still looking for the 1800 first, then after the 2000. If you remember, I was talking about that for a while. I think the 2000 is not far now. It's very much possible. I'm looking at the monthly now. All-time highs, it's 19 to, that's all-time highs. I mean, like gold never reach above the last time 1918, 75. Yeah, around here I was born. Anyways, um, the high was 1919. Let's say 1919, as no as above that. I think we're gonna see break above this by, don't know, just a little bit more, like 2000. I think it will just before the 2000, and we'll start to see some bullbacks. That's a really a good trade to be in, long time investment. Talking about 22,000 pips, about 22,000 pips, 24,000 pips. I think 24, yeah. No, 2,400 pips, sorry guys, not 22,000 pips. So yeah, about 14% of the price at the moment. So 14% is about 2,000. Yeah, it's good trade long term. I think we will very very strong if you just hide everything away. Very simple, but if you look into the monthly, you see that we break out nicely here, we break, and we break again inside these candles. All momentum is really keep going up. So I think we're gonna just come above it, just above it, and we'll start to rotate back down. So far we did one, and we're looking for a small one before we break low again. So that's I think what's going to happen, and it looks like carbon handle, if you want to call it, another side, the other way around. So let's see if that's going to be successful or not. But yeah, I mean, like if you come to the highs here, that probably is going to be a good area to exit anyways. If you are a buyer, if you see that high lows here, yeah, and another high. You see, just before coronavirus, actually before coronavirus, we start seeing this momentum up. It's not because to do with coronavirus. It just happened to be bottom and two bottoms here, and we'll try to break out of this range. It's a big range. It's a big range, a multi-years range, about a decade, and we break above it, and that's what does make sense really, because if you look here, since 2011, say since 2010, where's 2010? Here you go. That's the 2010 level. Yeah, went up, we come back down. 10 years later, we're still inside this level. We just broke above it. Since 2010, 2020, we just the same level really. Like I think so. Let's have a look. So 2011, 2020, yeah, plus 3,300 pips. Anyways, I think that's gold going up. So keep your eye on gold. Is going up. Is going up. But someone said, "Oh, can I buy here now?" Well, you're quite too late. The 20 moving average is the marker. 20 moving average is a stop to get in the train and jump in. If you think that's the good price to buy, why you didn't buy it then? It's quite too late to buy now. It has to test a special level. Like a lot of people waiting here to buy. If they think gold is going up, if everything looking good, why not to buy gold and leave your stop loss below this one and take profit above there? That's it. 2 to 1. Right. Look. 1, 1, 2. 2 to 1. Very good. Okay, talk about crude oil now. Look at crude oil. Uh, mm, so basically what happened is we broke to the zero, of course below zero, then come back up again. And I'm just testing from the data, the last data being called on Forex, no future, just Forex. Look between crude oil and US dollar. With yeah, USD WTI. So that's the symbol for it. Looks like we break above this today. Look good, looks good. 29, about $30 a barrel. Now watch out for the 50%. If you see that area just put here for a while now, watch out the 50%. What's going to happen then? We see that the previous 50% level looks like sideways. We'll come back strong, retest the breakout, and we'll collapse from there. We're coming back again to retest it. Let's see what's happened. Today's Friday. Looks like is really increased in volume, in value, but the volume is. I don't think the volume is that much. The month is going to finish. Watch out for today. Today is like halfway to the month. So got one more week before everyone should try to leave their contract. Everyone will start to change the view of the oil contract. If you brought oil, you're probably going to exit very soon next week. So let's see how much the 50% will hold. I think it will come to 50% and we'll see losing momentum before the month is over. Just watch out for that. Look at Bitcoin now, guys. We see that momentum back down to the red line here. I put it here for a while now. Looks like it tested and come back up to retest the highs again, but looks like a two-way failure to break above this level at least. If you talk about this swing up here, about this level, we're still above this high. So let's see whether or not we're going to continue over the weekend to retest again the 8,500. I think it's very much we're going to see that momentum back down. Is looking at the sideways before make a decision either up or down. So we're going to see another two ways here. So I'm looking for a slow in momentum come back down like a triangle, and then we'll start to see breakout either side, up or down. Okay. Same goes here. Same goes here. Dollar index is just sideways. DAXI, you remember that momentum back down to the 80, 98. Told you guys it's come back down here. If you continue, that's great. If it's not, we will expect it to return back to the 100% of this move, and that's indeed what happened. Come back down, look like support. I think that's all to do is news. Is not really price action, but the price action was about here. You will be fooled by keep going, and you probably get short. You get long euro dollar because if you trade in the index itself, it's okay then. If you're not, you're probably going to trade something correlated with. So as you can see that momentum down, failure to break lower, and we'll come back up again to retest. In my opinion, I think we're going to start to see slow momentum, then another leg down, and we'll continue back up. Something similar to resist 2. We're going to see the third one a little bit higher. Just keep your eye on it. Look at euro dollar now. You can see euro dollar is still inside actually that triangle I drew last time I streamed. As you can see that momentum is started building here, start to have a bottoms. Looks like we held a little bit here. I think we will see another leg up or a failure to break higher, then we will start to go all the way down to the levels. So we have to wait for next week, guys, because I don't see a reason for euro to keep going up, in my opinion, especially against the dollar. I think dollar it will behave as safe haven, and it will take the side of safe haven as gold as yen. So watch out for that. Dollar yen, you see that's coming back down now, but I think it was gonna kind of stay here for a little while. If yen and dollar are strong, and I don't think there's going to be any reason for it to keep going up or down, just sideways, in my opinion, sideways here. So look at that pound at the moment. Here we go. Pounds keep going down really fast. So as I said, pound is weak at the moment, and just drew this correctly. Here we go. So we broke above this, below these levels. I have some long here, and I exit before that, but I had my stop loss here, but already out of it. I was short since the top here, and I changed my position last night because I wasn't really happy about the opening of the day. It looks like very weak, and dollar index. Sorry, I was looking at the SPUs as well. The SPUs was showing momentum down and up, and it was not really clear. I think that pound will lose momentum because of he's just to show me that across. I have the meter as well showing me that pound is actually the weakest on the daily since last night. So I didn't want to stay in Friday long, and I actually shorted when I saw the momentum coming back down on the hourly. I normally sleep like 3 in the morning, so I see that. If you look on the hourly here, the day open, and I start to see that, and I just short it. I didn't want to wait for any more momentum. I close my long and I short it straight away. No question. If you see that is not going to your favor, just exit and that's it. Don't wait around. Don't wait for it to hit your stop loss. Change the direction and that's it. I just recovered my losses and I've become flat on cable alone, but I had a good trade as well on Aussie, pound Aussie, short pound Aussie, long pound Aussie 2 weeks ago. Um, so far, guys, just keep your eye on that. It's not gonna go forever down. I think we have some support coming in play about 1900. 1.19. That's going to be a very nice level. Plus, it's going to go some support here. Definitely going to see some bounce. Let's see how far the bounce can go. Probably 50%, and we'll see what we're doing from here. So far, we went 50% retest, and we broke below it. I'm looking for next week to have another 50% of the breakout from this 50%. So we're looking for 2 tests and the third one down probably. So I'm looking for here is the first one push, second push, third push, then probably gonna see momentum back up. That's the first, second, and the third. So bull back definitely is going to happen next week, and from there you see that's gonna test that bottom. Then from there we're gonna see another leg down. So watch out for that. Pound, euro, pound. Sorry, there you go. Euro, pound. Just to follow in the flow. If you think pound is weak, you long euro pound. If you think pound is strong, then you come here and you short it. It's very clearly moving with the pound. If the pound is weak, that's why it's up. So far moved up today 100 pip. It's quite weird to see this bear move 100 pip a day. Normally 50 maximum, like the range, average range, like 50, 60. 100 is like, just like wow. So pound is really weak. You can tell from here 130. You can tell pound is really weak, and that's why I exit my long positions. That could be your meta. If this pair is showing momentum up, that's mean pound is weak. If showing momentum down, that's mean pound is strong. It's very, very, very clear direction, especially euro. We are against euro here. The only Europe currency like euro and pound. So these two can tell you who's strong, who's weak. And euro basically it's a big portion of global trading, and that's why it does move well. You can take it as a meter only. You don't have to trade it yourself. You can trade, as I told you guys, long term. That's where you short. That's where you long. That's where you short. That's where you long, or here, or wherever this gap. You make your man up here. You exit here, and you kind of like play the sideways. This bear doesn't really go far away unless it's something dramatic like Brexit. Brexit, then it's stalled here. That's it. It's 2016, yeah. Before that, 2015, Euro getting strong of the. I remember the election, France, the election, yeah, the French election. Then that's why 2015 went up. Brexit and all stuff start to play up here. Say that for like 6 years now. 2015, oh, 5 years. 5 years playing that range. You think it's gonna break out of the range? Looks up more, but could be a flag for momentum down for bound to show momentum. So it like went up, coming back, retest, and continue down. Let's see. Ultimately, we're looking for uh, the 50% momentum test. Probably going to be around here. So if that case, yes, come back up here, or then we'll break down again. We'll test the other 50%, and we'll keep going down. Let's see. No confirm yet. I rather I rather just watch it, see if it's going up. That's mean bound is weak, and start to lose momentum going down. Bound is becoming strong. That could be my meter only. I don't have to trade it. Pound yen, yen is strong, pound is weak. Of course, what you expecting? Yeah, pound yen is going to be strong momentum down. However, remember this area here. Remember what happened here? We bounced up almost 50% from the breakout, and we're coming back down. Guess what? We are 50% again from this move up. Then what was gonna happen? Let's see if it's gonna see another leg up or not. I talked about another leg up this week. It didn't happen. It did keep moving down or break below last week, and we looks like we're gonna close below here. We have one push, two, and three. They're looking close to each other now, more than the previous one. So let's see some stalling momentum, then feeding away and come back for a second leg. I'm waiting for that one. I'm still long, and I did hedge. I'll take some cover my longs already. I did cover it very well, all good. So I'm not losing in here. Let's see whether or not we can have another leg or not. If it's not, I'll exit my long and I'll continue with the trend. But I'm very much looking for a major move as well. We retest, we're looking for a major move. So my expectation is to go down more. If it does around 128, that will be a good price to long from. If you just let's see how it's gonna go next week. We just because we have a big move here, pull back, retest, and continue another big move. So I'm looking for a major move, AB equals CD. So if that's complete, that would be great. I'm short already and long at the same time, but my short I will increase it if it's coming down, so recover my positions and break even both with profit. It's not even without profit, with profit. Pound Aussie, as you can see that we're coming down to our target here, guys. And remember that, if you remember, I did say major move. I've been talking about for a few weeks now, and that's the second one. I was short from here. I exited around here, and I was long when it showed momentum, and I exit again, and I'm short again. I see the market where it's going, but at least I know that's the point where it's interesting to return from, and that's where it's interesting to return from. Since we show me the first move, okay, the major move is complete. Now what we're looking for, the retest of the breakout and the 50%. We did indeed. We did the major move here, equal to the major move is going to equal to another major move. So it's one, two, three bushes down. One, two, I look for the third one. After that, we're going to see some complete return back to retest the whole three measure move. It was all Elliott wave basically, guys, but in different way. Everyone have its way of explaining the market. However, the market will be moving the same way as everyone explain it in different ways. That's how I see it. I'm looking for a measure move, take a break, break out, measure move, break, another measure move, and retest the breakout, then retest the breakout of this one. If we start to show momentum back up and have one, two, three, if you remember this one, two, three, four, it will confirm that change in trend. Okay, moving on. Pound New Zealand. Same goes with Pound New Zealand here, guys. It's just not as much as Aussie. Aussie is connected to the stock, and that's why. Just still like is a channel. So come up here, failure. Then what you expecting? You test the bottom of the channel, come down here, start losing, then come back up, test the top of the channel. Uh, I think it's bound is weak as well, so I don't see that going to go further. I think it will come back again, try to retest the bottom of the channel or this top bottom here. The bottom of the channel will be equal to this price here, which is good support. I think that's where we're going to go. We're already below the 20 moving average. We didn't really break above it and we stayed. I think we're going to see another dive down here to this level. Pound CAD is keep going down and we just smash through the 20 moving average with no retest whatsoever. Just keep going down. I give it I give it next week strong momentum down. The reason being is oil just you just keep going up and that's why. So I expect that to come back here and do this, so do that. Basically we'll come back to this support level here. Is a nice support area. Let's see if this is gonna hold or not. If we come back down to it by next week, it's 5 days. By Wednesday we will know whether or not it's gonna hold or not. Okay. So if so, we'll see rotation back up and we'll start to come retest the 50%. And if we successfully break out of it, then we will be 100% up there. Then see another 50% retest, and from there we'll see whether or not to continue back up. That all to do with bound next week. If it's bound becomes strong, then the rest of bound pairs will follow up. If it's not, then the chances are bound is going to be weak and the currency is going to be weaker against. If the currency is weaker or stronger, so we're not going to see any direction yet unless bound take over and money start to flow back to bound. Pound Swiss. You can see the Swiss is a little bit weaker, and that's why it's not really moving down much. But the reason being is some support to come in very near now. The support here, yeah, a lovely support. Let me see how far it is back. Here you go. There's a support here. Let's see whether or not it's going to hold it or not. I think that's why it's close to support, and now they start to exit their positions short. So probably going to see some bounce to the 50%, and we'll see what's going to happen from there. Don't trade it myself, but if you do, I don't see why. I don't see there's no any good reason for trading Swiss unless it's I don't know. If you know pound is strong for sure, you can long pound Swiss then if you have no other pair to trade in the world. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's the end of my stream. I don't want it to keep it long. I think it's about 33 minutes now. Okay, if you're new, please subscribe, like, and leave us a question for me and comment. Ask me questions. And yeah, if you like this stream, please subscribe to us and to support the channel. And have a lovely weekend, guys. Thanks very much. I will see you next week. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.